Hey guys. Alright, first off I want to thank T Hawk Dipper 13. He um kind of did a response video as far as the last video I posted about like hometowns and everything where you grow up. So that was pretty cool to hear. He's from Wisconsin. I've always wanted to visit Wisconsin. I know it's cold as hell there normally, but they have some awesome fishing there, especially for muskie. I already got a dip in. I dip in some Grizzly straight long cut, and it's way expired, but whatever. Most Grizzly is expired anyway, but so this isn't really an Outlaw response video, but Outlaw posted the question to the dipping community to explain your drunkest moment. Or I guess when you were the most drunk, and I have two that I want to share. The first was sophomore year of high school when I had kind of started experimenting with hard liquor. It was Halloween night, and me and a couple friends were at another one of my friends' house about to walk over to a big party. It's probably around 8 o'clock. We had started doing some pre-gaming with beer. And when we decided we were going to walk over the party, I probably had 2 or 3 beers, not a lot, but we started to walk over the party, and my friend had a water bottle and a half of Captain Morgan. So he left me with the full water bottle for reasons unknown. Jeff, Swab, or Sam, if you're watching this, you probably definitely remember this night. But Halloween night, I was dressed as Green Man. If you guys haven't seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, basically Green Man is like a lime green spandex suit that covers your entire body. So I was dressed in that, and we're walking in this party, and I had that full bottle of Captain Morgan, full water bottle. And before we had even gotten to the party, which was about a 15-minute walk, I had finished about 3/4 of the water bottle. And I didn't drink any more of that, but we got to the party and I had one more shot, and man, I was drunk as shit. Man, I was drunk as shit. I couldn't even stand. It was one of those things where it's like, everything's spinning. You can't stand up. I had my legs spread like 3 feet apart to try to keep myself from falling down. I was staggering all over the place. My friends were laughing at me hysterically. And this house was right on a golf course. So at one point I went over to the golf course to pee, and I couldn't even hold myself up. I had to lean against a tree to try to piss. And yeah, that didn't end well. But it turns out cops showed up. So me and a couple other guys, me and one other dude who was drunk as shit, my friend Luke, sprinted straight back through across the golf course back to some railroad tracks with a couple other guys, 5 or 6 other guys, to get away from these cops, right? So we're on like a little hill. It's like hill, golf course, house, alright? So we're on this little hill past the golf course, about 100 yards from the house, and we're laying down there, and I'm like, fuck, I don't feel good. Well, I was roll over on my back. I'm like, damn, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Roll back over my stomach. Go to plant all fours down. Go to stand up. Immediately start just projectile vomiting everywhere, man. It was gross. Didn't stop throwing up for probably 15 minutes, and then we walked into town, which is probably about a half mile away. I saw my math tutor at the time, who was he was a junior in high school, and he helped me a little bit. Helped me. I was sitting there like sitting on my ass, head in between my legs, just throwing up right in my lap, man. And then after that, it kind of chilled out for a little bit. I started feeling a little bit better. Walked back to my friend's house, where my dad ended picking me up. That was about another half mile. We walked a lot that night, and I was throwing up on his front lawn. My dad picks me up. As soon as I get into the car, he's like, don't even say anything. He's like, you're fucked. He's like, I know you've been drinking. I was like, just get me home. The entire car ride was miserable. I felt like I was going to throw up. Didn't throw up again that night. As soon as I got home, just walked in my room, passed out on my bed. And next morning, I was supposed to go to work that morning, but I was supposed to come in late around 12 o'clock. So at around 11 o'clock, I wake up, like, so hungover. Get a call from one of the bosses working in the store saying, where are you? And I said, oh, I'm coming in late today. You know, my boss said it's all right. He was like, okay, it's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Go downstairs to get a drink, something to eat. My dad's cooking omelets. As soon as I walk downstairs, I'm like, fuck, what does that smell? Oh, my God. Walk outside, threw up, like, literally projectile vomited. Most I've thrown up in my entire life. 3 or 4 times over my back deck, onto my back lawn. So I was fucked. It was... Somehow I got over that, managed to eat something, went to work, and my boss was like, you look absolutely terrible. He's like, I'll let you off early if you want. So I stayed for 2 or 3 hours and then left. And then, so that was one night, and that might have been one of the worst I've ever been. And then this was... This was in January. I just started dating a girl, who's now my ex-girlfriend, but we went out to a good friend of mine's house, and you know, he was having a couple guys over. It was probably 20 or 30 people, not a huge party, and we were drinking in his basement, you know, throwing back beers, shotgunning, playing pong, all that other stuff, and I was fine. I can hold my own for the most part with beer, and I had probably 6 or 7 beers at that point, and then another friend of mine was making drinks of Bacardi 151, which is one of the strongest alcohols out there. It's like Everclear. 151 proof, comes down to like 75.5% alcohol. It's insane. So he had a fifth of Bacardi 151, and he broke it out, and he was like, Zach, you want to take a shot of 151 with me? I was like, yeah, sure. So he pours me a shot of 151. I take the shot. Without a chaser somehow. I took it without a chaser, and that shit burns, man. But, so he ended up taking the shot, and he chased it, and I was like, dude, why are you chasing it? I was like, it's not that bad. He's like, what are you talking about? It's not that bad. I was like, dude, I just took the shot without a chaser. So he goes, yeah, we'll drink it straight then. So he gives me the bottle. I'm like, fuck, you're really going to make me do this? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, fine, I'll fucking do it. Took about a 2 or 3 second swig right out of the bottle. And let's just say, after that, I don't remember much. I went upstairs in a bedroom with my girlfriend. And some stuff went down. And then I basically blacked out. I did black out, actually. I really only remember getting into bed, and that's it. I don't remember her leaving. I woke up the next morning. Somehow I was... It was like 10 o'clock the next morning. It's funny shit. I can't believe it. Oh my god. My phone's dead when I wake up, first of all, so I have no idea what happened last night, if my girlfriend made it home okay. I didn't even know I ended up sleeping in my friend's house. And this is during wrestling season too, so I was all fucked up. And then we had... Somehow I was in the bed, completely undressed with the blanket over me. And I woke up, and my friend and my other friend, like, right as I woke up, they walk in the door and they're like, dude, you alright? I was like, I don't know, man. My friend Vinny, whose house it was, he was like, he was like, yeah, dude, I walked in last night and you were just passed out. As soon as your girlfriend left, he was like, you were passed out. So I just put the blanket on you and went to bed, and I was like, fuck, sorry about that, Vin. And then we ended up going to a diner, and I couldn't eat. I only asked for a glass of water because I felt like absolute shit. If you guys know, when you're really hungover, you really don't feel like eating anything. So I just downed a couple glasses of water, and I ended up seeing one of my teachers there who taught me freshman year. So I chatted with him a little bit, And then he also told me I looked like shit. Turns out that he told my wrestling coach about it Monday, and my coach came up to me. He's like, "Heard you had a fun Saturday night." He was like, "Chesney told me you looked like shit Sunday morning." My coach ended up being cool with the entire thing. He's like, "Yeah, you know, listen, we've all been there." He was like, "I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna say anything." But yeah, those were two pretty intense nights. Somehow I didn't end up throwing up from the 151 at all that night or in the morning, but I felt like absolute shit. I went home and immediately just slept for 4 hours. But yeah, so those are my drunk stories. That was the first time I ever blacked out, and the first time I ever threw up from alcohol was the first story I told. But yeah, you know, pretty intense stuff. But that's basically it, guys. So, like I said in the other video, I'd like to hear where you guys are from. Obviously, Hogass1000 kind of brought it up. I was just kind of doing a response video to his video. Check him out, guys. Hogass1000. Very cool dude. And let's hear some drunk stories, and let's hear your hometown, guys. Let's hear where you guys are from. But that's all I got for you guys. So if you want to say anything, leave it in the comments, of course. Also, I'm looking for new dips to try out. I'm heading home in 2 days. Finally gonna get some Copenhagen Black. A friend of mine, Emil, had some Copenhagen Black he just bought. Said that a couple of the stores around me in Jersey are actually selling it now, which is awesome. So I'm gonna pick that up. Hopefully do a quick review on it, and then that's all I got for you guys. Take it easy and keep dipping.